Our top story this hour, at least 5 people have been shot dead in 2 separate incidents at Desai township in Mariannhill, and that's west of Durban. It's believed that in the first incident, 3 people were gunned down at a residential area nearby. A 6th person is in critical condition in hospital. Community leader Zamokuhle Khumalo says that he believes that the area is under siege with a high rate of criminal activity. Well, for a little bit more on this, we now go live to our reporter Simphiwe Makhanya, who's been at the scene of the shooting and has been following the story for us. Simphiwe, thanks very much indeed. Give us a catch-up on what's been happening today.
Tell him to continue. Take it far.
Well, indeed, Peter, as I speak to you, members of the South African Police Service are still here at the scene where this particular incident happened we believe, in the late hours of the afternoon. About 3 gunmen basically came here and started, shooting civilians who were in part of this community and injuring 1 and also leaving 2 dead from this particular scene. But also there's another scene, Peter, not far from where we are told that 3 people actually succumbed to, gunshot wounds as a result of the attack. But let's engage the SAPS spokesperson here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. That's Colonel Robert Nechiwunda. Colonel, thank you so much for your time. Who is behind this killing, Colonel?
That answer will only be known when we have investigated and made some arrests. For now, we are looking for at least 3 gunmen.
The nature of this shooting, Colonel, you must be worried as police in this particular province where we've been seeing a number of mass killings.
We are more than worried. We are more than concerned as the police, because ours is to secure the people of this country and their property. And when shootings of this nature are happening at the rate that they are happening in our province, we are worried. We've got reason to be worried, because that tells us that there are guns in our communities, illegal guns in the wrong hands. So yes, we are worried as the police.
What could have been the motive for this particular killing, Colonel?
The motives are known at this stage, but because nothing seems to be stolen or robbed during the shootings, robbery might not be one of the motives. But as the police, we don't want to speculate at this stage as what was the motive and such time that we have investigated and uncovered what is behind the shootings, because both crime scenes, it's a vehicle workshop, and in both crime scenes the owners were killed. So we don't know what could be the motive, but we believe we'll uncover the motive as we investigate.
Earlier on, we did have an opportunity to speak to some residents of this particular township who did say to us that, in fact, crime in general is a serious problem in this community. Talk to us about the efforts that members of the SAPS are making in terms of working together with the community to curb such incidents.
We have strengthened our relations with communities, and the CPF in the area is very active. That's why community members are open to talk about crimes happening in their vicinity. You will recall that late last year, as the police were operating, there was a shootout in Mariannhill, where 4 gunmen were shot by the police. That's how brazen criminals are in this area, and we are happy that community members are playing an active role in this area to keep themselves safe and to work with the police. We wish that more members of the community could join them and fight crime and provide us with information, because we believe that somebody knows something about this mass shooting, and that information could assist us in cracking this case.
Another aspect that was raised by the community members here was the fact that there seems to be a shortage of men in uniform, basically men and women in uniform, in terms of patrolling the area. What is being done to address that? That's the first question. And then the second question is, are you really winning the fight against crime when such incidents are recurring?
The issue of not having enough police in the area, we cannot come stand here and say yes, we have enough members. Even the Minister of Police has been vocal that we need to add members, boots on the ground. And yes, we don't have a patrol van that will be in every street all the time. That is where partnership with community comes into play, wherein they are our eyes, they are our ears, and also stand against crime themselves, legally so, working with the police. And as for winning the crime or the war against crime in the area, we'll win it as the police. For now, yes, incidents are happening, but we are on the ground. We are working. We are devising strategies. So there is no way that criminals will reign supreme over our people when we are there. We are operating. We are on the ground, like I said, and we will win it. Criminals won't win over the police.
Let's talk about the issue of illegal firearms, which are all over this province, basically. Colonel, are you worried as members of the SAPS about this phenomenon? And also, what are you doing really on the ground to try and perhaps locate wherever these illegal firearms may be?
Whenever there is a crime scene and a firearm has been used, it's a pain in the police. We are worried with the number of illegal firearms in our communities, because we believe that even the ones that were used there are not legal, because somebody who's got a licensed firearm, they know the use of a firearm, not to kill people. We are operating 24/7 in the province to get rid of firearms in our communities, and we do recover firearms because in the past 3 weeks, over 142 firearms were recovered, illegal firearms, none of them rifles. So we are doing something as the police. That's where we need more eyes and ears on the ground, which is the community members, because somehow community members know who has a firearm, illegal firearm in their vicinity. Let them tip us off. We'll go and operate. We'll go and take those guns, and because our aim is to create a gun-free society.
Before we let you go, Colonel, are you following any particular leads at this point?
Since we've been here, we've managed to establish what possibly could have led to the shootings. So yes, our members have already started working, and we are investigating. We don't want to say where we are at this stage, but we are investigating.
And you're not at liberty to tell us what may have caused this?
No, not at this stage.
Thank you so much for your time, Colonel.
You're welcome.
That's Colonel Robert Nechuenda, who speaks on behalf of the South African Police Services here in KwaZulu-Natal, basically giving us an update in terms of the investigations so far that have been conducted by members of the SAPS. I'm going to step out of the shot, Peter, just for a little while and allow our viewers to see what is currently happening at the scene where we are. Before you came to us, Peter, there were still, members from the forensics who were basically busy combing the scene in terms of trying to gather, whatever evidence that may have been left by the, people who were responsible for this particular, gruesome killing which happened here at this community. And we were able, Peter, to speak to the community members who raised their concerns, saying that the issue of crime in this particular area needs urgent intervention, Peter.
And that's where we'll leave it, my brother. Thank you so much indeed for that update. It's tragic what we're seeing out there, but thanks so much indeed for your report. Thanks.